What's up, metalheads? Welcome to the Lunatics of Metal. I'm your host, JT, and with me, as always, are these two fine gentlemen over here.
Jimmy Crapcorn.
I don't care. Alpha.
I do care.
I don't care.
I do care.
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Groovish.
Good.
How's the
Hell
rest
yeah.
of the world doing? Let us know.
Let us.
Say hi in the comments if you said you're doing well.
Yeah. Hi.
Howdy.
Hi.
But that would also be accepted.
Yeah. But tonight we're going to talk about some metal, as we always do. Hence the name, Lunatics of Metal.
Metal.
This was this. Yeah. Well, hey.
Hey.
So this was Jimmy's pick, and tonight we're talking about KK's Priest, and specifically we're talking about
the debut.
Sermons of the Sinner.
A very priest-sounding name.
Very priest-sounding, and we're going to talk about why here in just a minute. But KK Priests are an English heavy metal band formed by former Judas Priest guitarist KK Downing in 2019. So, here's an interesting tidbit. KK Downing left Judas Priest in 2011.
On their farewell tour.
The fuck did he do for 8 years? You know?
He bought a golf course and was going to retire.
Well, shit.
In the UK somewhere. I don't remember exactly
That's
where.
perfect.
And then lost all his money on it. Went belly up.
Oh, that sucks.
Sold his publishing for $300,000.
What?
Woo.
And then decided to try to get back with Priest. And Priest said, no, we don't want you. Even though he hadn't really been bad-mouthing them. I think it's a Sebastian Bach type of situation. Where the personality is the part that they don't want.
There was a clash.
And they dealt with it, but I don't think it was as extreme as Sebastian.
Yeah.
You know, because he's pretty outspoken.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, come full circle, by this point, they'd already got his replacement in, but the whole reason he quit was he said, you guys said we were done. So that's why he left. He's like, why should I keep going if you say we're finishing? And then they was like, well, we really liked what we're doing, so we're going to keep going. So it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, he made plans with what they were telling him, and then they changed their minds, and then they were like, no, we don't want it.
Right.
At least that's what I've been able to figure out from it.
Yeah.
Priest won't talk about it.
I watched a few interviews, and there was some stuff going on there, but it was pretty much a Rob and Downing thing.
Hill.
But apparently he had some issues with Glenn too. So
he had some problems with Ian Hill, I think. And Ian's the silent guy in the back who pulls a lot of the strings.
Yeah.
He's the only original member in that band. Because Rob is not the original singer. Al Atkins was in before him.
Right.
Even though he never was
and they
on the
hired
debut.
him. He was singing, oh God, what was that band he was singing for? I got it right on the tip of my tongue.
I've heard it, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. But anyway, Downing ended up leaving Priest in 2011. Mm-hmm. He cited an ongoing breakdown in working relationships between himself, elements of the band, and management for some time. He did not perform live again until 2019 when he played at Bloodstock Open Air Festival with former Man of War guitarist Ross the Boss. Man of War is a band that we have not talked about, so we need to talk about them, guys.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ross. He recently passed away.
Yeah. He also played a one-off show in Wolverhampton. I hope I said that right. on the 3rd of November 2019, along with former Judas Priest members Tim the Ripper Owens on vocals, Les Binks on drums, and then current Megadeth bassist David Ellefson and Hostile guitarist AJ Mills.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of any of those guys, have you?
Not, it's not that one.
The only one that
Just
stuck
not that one.
was Ripper.
In January of 2020, Downing signed with Explorer One Music Group, which would pair him with veteran manager Andy Gould. And we've heard the name Andy Gould numerous times. In fact, I think he did some work with Maiden. I think is where we ran across him. But they announced that he would work on brand new music. The following month, it was announced that Downing had formed a new band, KK's Priest, with Mills, Owens, and Binks, and bassist Tony Newton. Bassist Tony Newton. That's where we're going to get into some weirdness here.
Okay.
The band's debut album, Sermons of the Sinner, was originally scheduled to be released on the 20th of August, 2021, but was postponed until the 1st of October. A music video for the album's lead single, Hellfire Thunderbolt, was released on the 12th of May, 2021. However, Binks did not appear on the album as a result of a wrist injury and was replaced by Cage drummer Sean Elg. Later, Binks would occasionally perform live with KK Priest.
I had heard that he was on one track, so I don't know if there's some truth to that or not.
Yeah. So here's what I thought was interesting in how all this, it's strange how all of this ties together. Tony Newton, the bass player, is an English bassist, recording engineer, and record producer, most active in heavy metal and hard rock genres. He is the current bassist of KK's Priest and Voodoo 6. He has also produced and/or engineered releases from Iron Maiden and British Lion. Tony Newton and him and Steve Harris became buddy-buddy, and they worked with each other for a long time on stuff. But what I thought was interesting and how this kind of played out, so Newton is now the bassist for KK's Priest. KK Downing came from Judas Priest, and Newton, along with guitarist Richie Faulkner, who had been a member of Dirty Deeds, founded hard rock band Voodoo 6 in 2003.
And Richie Faulkner played with Lauren Harris's band, which was Steve's daughter.
Yes, and Richie Faulkner is now the guitar player for
Yes.
That's that one, the band.
Judas Priest.
We were out recording with Fun Gone Wrong. They were recording at the same studio.
Yes.
It's just interesting how all of this kind of spun. The Voodoo 6 released their debut album, Feed My Soul, in 2006, which was remixed and re-released as first hit for free in 2008. Faulkner departed Voodoo 6 in 2011 to join Judas Priest.
Understandable.
The same year that KK Downing left Judas Priest.
Yeah, he was the direct replacement on purpose.
But Newton was the bass player with Richie Faulkner in Voodoo. So it was just like, I was like, holy shit.
And also, Richie Faulkner is married to George Lynch's daughter.
I did not know that. That's cool.
Did not know that.
And as many people are aware out there, Richie almost died on stage playing the solo of Painkiller.
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
He had a massive aortic aneurysm, but as fate would have it, the venue they were playing at when this was all going down was 5 minutes away from a world-class heart hospital, and that's what saved his life.
Yep.
He says he's got more metal in him than he should being a metal player.
Yeah, I actually watched an interview from him not too long ago, and he talked about that whole thing and, you know, how
He's doing his
grateful he
solo
was
stuff
to be alive
too now, by
and,
the way.
You know.
And then, of course,
What's
Andy
he
Sneap,
doing now?
Andy Sneap took over the other position once the Parkinson's diagnosis happened to Glenn.
Gotcha.
And Glenn would come out and play like some of the simpler stuff occasionally at a show or two, but That's why at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, when they all got back together to play, Glenn got up with them. It's like all 3 guitar players. And well, Sneap was even there too in the background, but they played 3 songs. They did You Got Another Thing Coming, Breaking the Law, and Living After Midnight. And all of those are the simplest Priest songs to learn, and that's why cover bands always play them.
Yeah. That's why I played them.
Yeah.
It's funny. Living After Midnight was the first song I ever learned how to play all the way through.
Oh, cool.
It was a staple. I was playing with, at the time, my best friend, Steve Barton, and he was a guitar player and kind of got me into playing. But yeah.
And that was the point when he could have reconnected with Priest, not Richie, but KK. And apparently, I heard a caller on Eddie Trunk's show talk about this. It said he was at the airport in L.A. and all of a sudden looked over and saw Les Binks and goes, "Whoa, what the hell? What are you doing?" Because he knew who he was. He goes, "Oh, I'm in town for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing." He goes, "We're going to do a little bit of rehearsals and then get ready for that jam at the end of the show." He's like, "Oh, okay, cool." So then he was saying that apparently, because he kept in touch with him, that he had KK had the opportunity to reconnect with them kind of and maybe get back in the good graces of the band and possibly even come back. Who knows? Because Andy Sneap has his own thing as a producer if he wants to.
Gotcha.
But they said that he made it so weird that they just opted to not pursue anything.
Really?
And he probably felt weird because of all the stuff that had gone down.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I thought it was weird. I mean, I realize it's KK Downing, and he had a lot to do with, the shape of Judas Priest. But to come out and do a band called KK's Priest was, to me, was weird. But hey, whatever.
What else is he gonna do?
Yeah, you're right.
I kind of see it. Yeah, I'm gonna say I see his side though too.
Yeah. It was funny. I watched an interview with Tim Owens, and he was talking about how when they got together, they were doing some of the old Priest stuff, and he realized that it was easier for him to sing the older Priest stuff than it was for him to sing his own era of Priest stuff.
That's because he had to push the bar when he joined a band to prove himself.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Sure. And he did a fucking killer job. I love fucking Tim's voice, man. The guy is
so do I.
Yeah. The guy's fucking killer.
And he can go lower than Rob.
Yeah.
That's the part a lot of people don't even really acknowledge.
I mean, I prefer Rob.
Everyone talks about how high
absolutely.
They can sing.
For Priest, yes.
Yes.
Having said that, my favorite Priest record is Jugulator.
Really?
Yeah. That record is just, there's nothing wrong with it.
I like it.
I can't tell you what my favorite Priest album is. I'll get beat with sticks.
I got 3 favorites. I got a tie for 3. Sad Wings, Stained Glass, and Painkiller. It's always kind of like those 3 are
No
like
Rock-a-Rolla?
straws. I don't
No Rock-a-Rolla?
but no, it's not one of my favorite. What's your favorite?
Here I'll just piss everybody off. My favorite Priest album is Turbo.
I've heard that from a lot of people.
I fucking love that album, dude.
They'll even admit that it's kind of lame, but they're like, it's nostalgic.
It is.
I
it
want to
is,
hear
but
that
it's
record
just
remixed without keyboards and just see what's there.
It just sounds. I don't know. It just it brings me back to my childhood.
Right. And that's what I think. I've heard a lot of people that always love that album.
Now, when you say that,
it's a special.
Because see, I got into Priest during British Steel. British Steel. In fact, it's funny. British Steel was the first album I ever bought with my own money.
now for me, it was Defenders of the Faith.
Really? Okay. So British Steel was my, I don't know, how do you put that? My magnum opus, I guess, for
Your
Judas
entry
Priest.
point.
Right.
Yeah. But when Turbo came out, it was just, I don't know. It was, yeah. Point of no return.
There you go.
It was just, I love that fucking album, dude. But then on the same sense, I mean, a lot of the newer stuff, it's really weird. A lot of the bands we grew up with, when I hear their newer albums, I'm kind of disconnected from them. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm the same way.
it's not the
Well,
same.
you also
you
don't
know?
live with those newer records like
But
growing up.
But I am gonna say, I think fucking Firepower is a fucking great album.
I like it, but
I mean,
I'm not. They haven't put out a record for me in the last decade that I've really been. Oh my god, this is great.
yeah, I catch myself listening to Firepower quite often
And to
because
me,
I love the
Nostradamus
song
was a turd.
Firepower. Nostradamus is the biggest fucking turd that
I
they've
like the
ever put
song
out. But
Nostradamus. But other than that, the rest of the
I feel the
albums,
same way on that.
I don't like.
yeah, but see, I'm the same
I like
way.
the
I'm the same way with Maiden. I can't stand that fucking shit Jitsu album or whatever it's fucking.
Sen-
I don't like
Senjutsu.
the last few albums. they made.
I have a theory on that, by the way, with the Maiden stuff. Whenever their first record was not recorded with Martin Birch as the producer. The second one with Killers was, and everybody who loves the old Priest stuff even will comment how much better it sounds and all that type of stuff. And the only reason the band didn't reach out to him on the first record, they didn't think he'd take their phone call because they were a young upstart band and nobody knew, or he thought that nobody would know them. The band did.
Yeah.
And at that point, Martin Birch had already done Blue Oyster Cult, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath. So, I mean, he had some cred, some pedigree.
Gotcha.
And
yeah.
they ended up working on Killers, and Martin wanted to work with them. He was wanting them to call him before the first or the second record, and it just didn't happen. Well, after Killers, he goes on to record their next 10 records or so. Like he records all the classic stuff that you and I grew up to love.
Yeah.
And even some of the stuff with
Purple.
not Deep Purple, although I'm sure he did some more of their stuff, but I'm saying what's his name? Blaze Bayley. He did the Blaze Bayley records and so on. And he also did some of the solo work that the band members did. Well, Martin has now passed away and has basically been retired or passed away for about 10 years. So once he's not there anymore, you see Maiden's trajectory start to go more towards that proggy and let's keep going more proggy. They don't have that guy pulling the reins back on them to say, guys, I don't think you need to do that. Because that's what a producer really does in the studio.
Right.
Now, he's not a knob turner. That's an engineer.
Right.
So he basically
He might be a knob
improves.
turner. How do you know?
Well,
Sorry.
he's got a
I'm
million.
here all
folks.
week, folks.
8:30 and 10:30 shows are different.
Yeah.
But so anyway, that's my theory. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it stands to reason to me.
It makes sense. There's probably something to do with it, I'm sure. If not,
It happened to me around the time of Final Frontier.
because their last few Maiden albums are just they seem like they're 9 hours long, and every song
Yeah.
is like a chore to listen to.
Now, I like one track on a record that way.
Totally. You try and listen. I'm the type of person that's like, when I get a new album, I want to listen to it bell to bell. I want to listen to the whole thing straight through. And some of the new Maiden stuff, it's like, God damn, how long is this fucking album?
It's just unnecessarily long.
And their older stuff, and maybe it's an age thing. I don't know. But their older stuff, it's like the album would be twice as long, but it seemed like it took fucking 10 minutes.
I mean, they had long songs, throughout their career, but they were interesting,
Well,
Look at Rime of the Ancient Mariner.
Yeah,
they weren't a prog
song,
band.
and it's great.
That's the thing. Even though they had elements, they weren't a prog band.
Right.
It's not like I'm going to listen to Dream Theater where I know that's what I'm getting myself into.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
to me, the last really good Maiden album was Dance of Death or whatever.
That's a good record.
Yeah.
The one after that, A Matter of Life or Death or whatever.
I love that one too.
Yeah.
That's okay,
Yeah.
but after that, I'm kind of
Like I said, Final Frontier on to me is whenever it starts to take
gets
that path.
boring as fuck.
It's
Yeah.
like the hooks aren't
I agree.
there.
No, not at all. It's like they're just having long, drawn out songs for no reason. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, and like when Book of Souls came out, I was kind of like,
Yeah.
geez.
I was so hyped to hear what was going to come out of that.
Oh,
and then,
I was too, man.
And then I was just kind of like,
Whatever.
I'm not going to say I was let down, but I was just kind of like
I was like,
ambivalent.
Yeah. I was like, oh, well. Yeah,
There are parts
yeah,
of it I
listen to
like.
but like the later
Yeah.
Priest
Oh, yeah.
albums,
I'm not going to say it's bad, but
but like the later Priest albums, I think have been a lot more solid than the Maiden ones. But
yeah. Oh, yeah.
even like that, Firepower, I like it, okay, but I don't love it. To me, they're all overproduced, and they're just.
I can see that. I can see that.
I just, Andy Sneap, that whole production thing, it's great, but I'm so sick of that perfect digital, I don't know, just
it's clarity. You can hear everything.
it is, but it's just too much.
He doesn't want mud in his mix.
It's just that's too perfect. And
that's the part that I used to bitch about on some of the older records when we were growing up. It's I can't hear shit.
It's kind of overboard where it's too perfect and there's no personality left to these records. There's no
right.
Having said that, I still love the newest, Testament's famously known for using him all the way back to, I think, Demonic even. But their stuff has all been pristinely cleaned since basically Low.
Yeah. And,
and that was like a breath of fresh air on Low.
To me, Low, though, it had great production, but it had personality to it.
That's my point. It was the songwriting.
But after, especially Formation, or not the.
And Exodus also used them because those guys had a lot of crossover.
Sure on was real perfect Andy Sneap shit, and it's I don't know. I'm just tired of that sound. I'm tired of that perfect.
Well, and
that's because it was so popular, everyone else was chasing it. He was a trendsetter.
Now it's it's just sterile and no personality.
Right.
In my opinion.
Well, and I'm sure you guys have listened to Parabellum.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I got that album. I like it.
Love the record.
Parabellum is a great album, but it's really weird. Maybe it's just me. It doesn't really. I don't know. I don't want to say it doesn't sound like a Testament album because it does, but I don't know. The vocals throw me off on it.
The drums are what throw me off.
Oh, really?
Because that's the complete difference to me compared to every other record is the drums on that.
Yeah, because they had Gene for so many years. And
Gene basically was a drum machine. He did exactly what Eric told him to do.
Yeah.
And that was part of the reason why he left.
Yeah.
That and he's got 1,000 other people wanting his services.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. But anyway, I digress.
Let's
talk about KK.
Okay.
But when you're kind of talking about these newer Priest albums, I was saying I like them, but they're not great. That nothing stands out to me. KK's Priest is no different. It's good, it's solid, but it's nothing really stands out to me.
I'd agree.
Now on this record, there's a lot of hooks to me that really catch, especially Hellfire Thunderbolt. I think that's the best track on the record. It's catchy. It's not that long. It gets in, it gets out. It showcases some amazing lead work on it. It just, to me, it's the perfect encapsulation of what this band should be trying to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the way they start this. It's heavy.
Yeah.
But
it's a good album. It's not a great album in my opinion.
Right. I would have to agree with you. I mean,
it's got that real sterile production.
I think
Andy Sneap shit.
I think that some of what Owens is doing on this is fucking killer. And then other songs are like, dude, really? You could have done that different. You could have done that. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the one guy that they would have never hired to produce this would have been Andy Sneap.
Right.
His replacement.
It's got that same sound though. It's got that same perfect ass sterile sound.
Yeah.
Which I think is amazing.
Yeah,
I enjoyed listening to this album. I listened to it several times this week. Of course, there's some songs on it that I absolutely love, and others that I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
But all in all, I think it's a solid album.
Same. I feel the same way. It's
it just. I'm with you, Andy. It's not something I'm going to rush out to. I listened to it a lot this week just to prepare for this episode. I don't know that I'll listen to it again for a while.
Same.
There may be a couple songs, because there's one song on this album that I can't get out of my fucking head because it's so fucking catchy. But
I still say that this is the best Priest record of the past 10 years.
I kind of put them all in the same.
That's funny. Okay.
Funny agree or funny disagree?
Yeah, no, I get it. I get what you're saying there.
I kind of put it on the same level.
To me, this put a foot in the ass of the guys in the other band to try to one up themselves because they're probably like, look what he did.
Yeah. Dude, the guitar work on this album's fucking phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you just can't.
After watching the video and seeing the parts that KK is playing, I was surprised at some of that stuff because I knew he was good, but I didn't think he was as good as Glenn was, because Glenn always got all the accolades.
Right.
Yeah, there's some lead work that's killer. See, like I usually have everything on a physical copy. That's the way I listen to stuff.
Right.
Usually out in my shed, in my stereo, or in my car, whatever. But so this one I didn't have, so I had to listen to it on YouTube in the house or whatever. And when I do, that some of them were videos, and they would show,
Did you watch the live concert?
No, I just listened to that.
Because they were playing a festival over in Europe, and it's about an hour long. They basically play the whole first record.
No, I just listened to it on YouTube, like the full album, like you pull it up, and it's like all the tracks.
Along with a sprinkling of some old stuff.
Yeah, some of them are just the audio. But so.
Plus, when Ripper joined Judas Priest after Rob left, he famously said, dude, he looked at their set list and he goes, you need to be playing this song, and this. And he said that he amped them up so much that they started bringing some of the older material back that they'd kind of overlooked and forgotten about, because he was such a massive Priest fan, which coming from a Priest tribute band, he should have been.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, that Ripper had the knowledge and the ability. So to me, that was just a no-brainer that if KK is going to do this, who else is he going to call? Because if he ever plays any old Priest stuff, he's got the number 1A, 1B singer.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's only fitting that he used him.
And Ripper sang with a lot of people too.
Oh yeah, I seen him at Milwaukee Metal Fest a couple years ago with the Jostin friends when he was up there jamming.
And it's funny. It's like you kind of wonder how that went down, I mean, was it pretty much Downing called him and he was like, fuck yeah, or, I don't know, let me think about it. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to be a fly on the wall for that conversation.
Right.
I mean, how could you say no, though?
He knows he has no shot of getting back in the original band.
Right.
Not as long as they're active.
No.
I'm kind of like, though, I mean, it's like Priest is still doing their thing. If KK's doing his thing, cool, man. More power to him. Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
An interesting parallel I bring to this is with Overkill. You know how Overkill's famously had their split with Gustafsson years ago.
Yeah.
And he's been getting kind of more active in recent years doing stuff. He was even in Violence for a hot minute. Mm-hmm. And they said the reason why they brought him in is they wanted a name. Well, I don't think that kind of sat well with him because he was living in Florida and they were in California. So that was a bit logistically difficult for them to even do a rehearsal. But got on a Facebook thread of his because I'm friends with him and said, dude, why don't you do a Gustafsson's Overkill or something along those lines like KK's doing with Priest? And he pretty much shot me down. He goes, why would I want to do that? And if anyone else is going to play those old songs for Overkill, because that's the most popular era of Overkill.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
The first 5
absolutely.
albums are God.
But I was he's always been one of those guys who's kind of short with people from what I've seen too. Has no qualms about being blunt. Let me put it that
Hard
way.
to find somebody that sounds like Bobby too.
Yeah.
He's got such a unique.
Oh,
voice.
yeah.
No, but I guarantee you, he could probably find somebody that's more than capable.
Sure.
Because even Ripper doesn't sound exactly like Halford. He has his own little
it's different.
flavor to that pitch.
Yeah, it's definitely got its own sound.
He's got a bit more rasp in his voice than what Halford has.
Right.
But
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So let's see. Let's read a little critical reception here.
And by the way,
Chad Bauer.
Sorry, I was just going to say, since the recording of this, Les Binks has also passed away.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I did know that. That's yep.
Wow.
So that would have been a whole nother page if he had the opportunity to play.
Yeah.
I'm just glad he was able to jam one last time with him.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Anyway, carry on.
That's cool. Chad Bauer of Metal Injection observed that, as you would expect, the album is very similar to Judas Priest, with tracks that are pretty focused. Bauer concluded that Downing has delivered a debut album that celebrates metal's past while still looking to the future. Both Bauer and Steve Beebe of Kerrang were critical of the length of Metal Through and Through, which is one of the songs on the album. And BB going on to say the album feels less like an alternative and more like a supplement to Judas Priest. Small variations on very small themes, but it does rock. Holy hell yes, is what he said.
Well, if he was going to vary too much, it wouldn't be Priest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think it falls perfectly in line with, I mean, like, kind of like what Priest is still doing. They're kind of, like I said, I just put them in that same level. They're kind of doing solid. To me, they're not great albums, but they're solid heavy metal records.
They just won't have the same draw when they go to sell tickets at a show.
Right.
Which is sad.
Shit, though.
Well, honestly, I would probably go to see KK Priest before I would Judas Priest because the tickets are going to be more affordable.
See, I've never seen Priest. That's a bucket list band for me.
I have.
I've seen Priest one time, and that was at Hollywood Casino. And I don't even remember who was with them. I don't
saw
remember.
them with the classic lineup at Riverport.
Yeah, and that's probably the same show I'm thinking of.
Where they had the dudes come out dressed up like fruits for the MTV reality show on the main stage. For they were doing that.
I don't remember that, but maybe.
The Road to Ozfest reality show. And they had the roadies that they were trying to
that's
battle.
probably what it was. It was one of the Ozfests or something.
Yeah, and like one of the guys came out with like a big banana suit on. Another one it looked like Fruit of the Loom dudes.
Yeah.
It was all done. They were trying to make them look like idiots on purpose to see if any of them would quit. But yeah, I digress. But they were killer at that show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I was glad I got to see them. Wasn't that Halford come riding out in the on the bike?
Yes.
Onto the stage. Oh, dude, it was so fucking killer, dude.
Full on black leather trench coat and pants.
Yeah.
Looked like he had a whole cow on him.
Dude, and he sounded killer too.
But he would always like this. Every time he hit a high note, he had to raise those arms up to try to get the lungs to expand.
Right.
Alfred rules, man.
Which at that point, he was probably late 60s.
One of the greatest vocalists. I just think he's awesome.
I would agree.
His natural range hasn't diminished, but now he picks his spots. He doesn't just scream every other time like he would back in the 80s. Yeah. He could do it back then, and then he probably didn't even get winded. Right. Now you can tell it's not easy for him, but he can still do it.
What is he, like 70 something probably?
Oh, he's probably mid-late 70s.
Yeah, like, got to give it to him. People like that for still jamming, man. That's impressive.
Well, it's a muscle.
I know. It's just impressive that these guys are out. Even like the thrash bands that are in their 60s, the death metal bands in their around 60s.
Rob Halford is 74 years old.
Fuck.
There you go.
So you're younger than my mom. It's crazy.
He could have been your daddy, but the warthog beat him over the fence. Oh!
Now, he probably was pegging.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, he probably was. He'd have been more after your dad.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. Okay, moving on. Tim Ripper Owens.
Speaking of pegging.
All right. I've went too far. Okay, come on. Come on, guys. Get it together.
Did you ever stop and wonder about the album titles of Priest after he came out and then put it in that context and go, wow, really?
Oh, I get it now. Well, and it's funny. I've told my wife this before, because we got on the subject of Rob Halford. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember when he came out that he was gay. I just sat there in my chair and was like, God damn, the signs were all there. How the fuck did we not know? And then I was like, oh, wait, I knew. I knew.
It's funny, too, like the whole image of metal with the leather and all that shit he got from, like, gay stuff.
A gay shop.
Right. Right. It's like with the outfits, and it's funny because my wife was watching. I was watching something and it was like they were like old Priest videos and shit. Right. And she was like, how did you not know he was gay? I was like, well, now, like, honey,
that's pretty obvious.
Back then people didn't have that lens. They did, but it was more.
Everybody kept it in the closet so much.
Unless you're Freddie Mercury.
It was like people, Anyway.
Dude, it was funny. There was a post on Facebook about what celebrity death hit you the hardest. And they were talking about, I guess, movie stars and stuff, and I really thought about that, and I think the one that hit me the hardest was probably Ronnie James Dio. I remember
I will
that
see those
day.
occasionally too.
I was like, what the fuck, dude? That fucking hit me hard.
Mine's got to be Dimebag.
Same here.
The way it happened, and then Chris Farley was a big one for me. The one that really was like, I remember the day hearing that Chris Farley died. Those are the two for me. I'd say Dime and Chris Farley.
I'm fucking old. I remember the day Elvis died.
I don't remember that.
All the fucking moms in the neighborhood were out in the street crying and shit. I was like, what the hell?
You were like 3.
That was all over the news, dude. You couldn't stop hearing about it.
At 3.
Yeah.
Who was it?
I was 6.
Smoking a cigar.
No.
Sitting on the toilet.
Sitting on one of them little pockets.
And then he's like, oh shit, Elvis died on the toilet. Hold on.
Shit, I'm getting off this motherfucker.
You could not turn on the evening news without hearing that background.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when everyone did turn in, because you didn't have 24-hour news cycle. You had your 20, 30-minute shows once or twice a day.
I remember shit from like 4 or 5 years old, but 3, I don't.
Oh, I remember building my parents' house when I was 2.5.
Well, I
don't know.
I was 6, so.
Yeah, you would have remembered, but.
But anyway, let's get
when
into this
Lennon got
album.
Shot too. I think I was actually watching Monday Night Football when that happened.
I could only imagine.
When they announced it.
Jim was drinking a beer and watching football then.
Yeah. At 2.
Mm-hmm.
At 2.
Back then it was Pabst Blue Ribbon.
No, that was after he built the house.
Yeah, he built that house. He was watching the news, and then he was watching Monday Night Football.
Hey, you got to do something to keep yourself busy.
And then he got up the next day to go sell somebody a used car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. All right.
Judas Priest.
KK's Priest.
KK's Judas Priest.
KK's Priest. Sermons of the Sinner. Jim.
10 songs.
Give me 3 songs.
3. Just 3.
3.
No, is there 2? No, is there 4? But 3 is the number of the asking.
What's your favorite?
Hellfire Thunderbolt is going to be my hands down top of the list for this one.
Yep.
I'm going to probably go with Metal Through and Through as number 2, and then Return of the Sentinel, which I could flip-flop those last 2.
It's like the 2 longest songs on the album.
Yeah. I like longer songs. I'm not one of those ones who poo-poos them on purpose.
Fuck no. I want to get in and get out.
Like, well, yeah, that's because it's good. You want it more.
I want to get in and get out. I got shit to do.
One stroke done. Gosh.
Damn. That escalated.
You're
quickly.
welcome.
Mm-hmm. And as far as rating this one, I'm going to give this record a solid 8.5. It's not as good as the classic Priest stuff that I absolutely love, but it's still the best Priest stuff that's been put out in the past decade.
Agreed.
So,
Andy?
Mr. Francisco.
Okay, first of all, sit right where you're. Yeah, you kind of move the other way a little bit, Gerald, like you have been. No, more straight, but yeah, right there. No, straight. Now that part in your shirt with the cord that comes around, it looks like it's I keep looking like you got a nipple hanging. Like, yeah, I keep noticing like you got your nipple hanging out there. Yeah, rub your nipple.
That's kind of funny. That's where my nipple is too.
Anyway,
what you been doing?
Anyway, your Steve Bouchard Motive nipple shirt.
Yeah.
Stevie,
little Motive.
I know you'll never see this, but
killer album, by the way.
Yeah,
Fight the World.
Killer
if you get a chance to pick up some Motive, man. They're fucking fantastic.
Your motive should be to pick up Motive.
Yes. Get motivated.
And Travail.
Honestly, I was a little sad. I was looking for my Jungle Rot shirt and I couldn't find it. So
did it rot?
It may have. It may have. My wife may have found it and threw it away. She keeps threatening to throw my King Diamond shirt away.
She probably threw it in the jungle behind your house.
Maybe. Why would she even think of doing that?
Welcome to the jungle. I've got a King Diamond shirt that I got at the last concert. That was the tour was called St. Lucifer's Hospital, and it's got this picture of a little girl and a nun, and they just look really demonic on it. It's a pretty graphic picture, And my wife was like, that shirt just fucking creeps me out. She's like, do not wear that shirt. All right, whatever.
Speaking of which, while we're on the King Diamond thing, the Lex album is now either out or coming out as we're filming this. I've only heard 2 songs.
What? New King
I
Diamond?
saw something.
New King Diamond without King Diamond. Yes.
What?
Yeah.
We talked about this before.
It's not. Yeah, it's.
I think it's out Friday, so it'd be today.
It's no shit.
Minute,
Came out today, huh?
I think so, because they were talking about it on the radio.
Wait a minute. What's King Diamond with no King Diamond? I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well,
Lex
so
Legion.
Lex Legion is the name of the band.
Oh, it's like a tribute band.
No,
King Diamond's
it's
band.
got.
Oh,
It's King Diamond's band.
we
It's
discussed
like
this.
Mickey D and Andy LaRocque.
Yeah, that band.
Because he brought it up whenever he was all hyped when it first got announced.
Yeah. But he's not singing on the album.
Who's singing?
Now, I'll tell you what's weird about that whole situation is the St. Lucifer's Hospital. He's been working on this album for like 8 years now.
He's a perfectionist from all accounts.
And like the band is getting tired of it not coming out. I know that's what's going on. But
is
on a
Slagel.
really cool note, they just announced another North American tour for King Diamond, but they're not coming to St. Louis.
Are you? When is this?
I just saw the dates for that today. They're doing Chicago and Kansas City as the closest places to us.
This year?
Yeah.
You got dates in front of you?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Because that would be an interesting. Who's with on that tour?
Tour 2026. If you go to kingdiamondcoven.com, you can get tour dates. Let's see.
I have not seen him either.
Yeah.
He never hit St. Louis much.
I have seen him 3 times, and
Probably every time he
absolutely
came.
fucking love watching him. Wow, it's wild. They don't even have the fucking dates on here.
Well, we'll just have to
What
keep looking.
is? Because I just saw that on Facebook today.
That's interesting.
Unless it was some bullshit.
That happens.
Oh, here we go. Ticketmaster. Ha! It must have been bullshit. God damn it. Because it says no upcoming concerts. Motherfuckers.
Spam.
That's
All right.
bullshit.
There's
All
a lot of
right.
fake bullshit up
Well,
there.
sorry, folks. I got excited for nothing. But
You've got
Lex Legion, I will end up purchasing this album. And let's see, who was the singer in this?
He's an unknown from a local band over there. Because these guys are all from Europe.
Yeah. God damn it.
And Mickey D was just on Eddie Trunk this past week talking about all of it. And he was saying that the dude, it was like, pinch me. I can't believe I'm, jamming with you guys.
Yeah.
Randy Newman, I think, is singing on this album.
He's not political enough.
Jim Neighbors, or no?
There you go.
Golly.
Golly. Sarge.
From Stroke.
Yeah, I don't know the fucking.
Anyway,
It's very funny. The very last line of where it's talking about the band, it says, "Enjoy it or fuck off."
And that's totally them. And that was funny too, because Mickey was talking about when they were actually recording this, the producer they were working with was like, no, you're going into like a weird key change and your time signature is going in a place you're not supposed to go to. And he goes, that's why we're doing it.
Niles K. Rue. He was in a band called Pagan's Mind. Was his name.
Yeah,
Niles
I
K.
couldn't
Rue.
tell you what band he was
I know
in.
the 2 songs that I've heard were fucking killer.
Now, he doesn't sound exactly like King Diamond, but he's got some...
He's got some pipes.
He's got some pipes, and it's kind of like the Ripper Owens situations. Like, he could pull off the Diamond songs. It just won't sound exactly like Diamond doing it.
now have you guys ever heard of a band called Attic?
No.
I don't think so.
Gerald, take a note of that, and it's basically they sound a lot like the singer sounds like King Diamond, but they're heavier. It's kind of basically how to describe it. Yeah,
English, American,
I know.
Danish.
I'm not sure. They're not
Russian?
American. They're not
Nigerian?
No, I don't know.
Australian?
Hey, come on.
Madagascar?
Attic band.
They're from somewhere over in Europe.
European, I'm a peon.
Yeah, I don't know where they're from, to be honest with you. North
one of the guys in
Rhine-Westphalia.
One of the guys from King Diamond's band, I think, was in Merciful along with him, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's been some at times.
No, I meant when they first got together.
I don't remember.
I think it was one of the guitar players.
Oh, they're from Germany.
Germany.
Anyway,
yeah.
Germany.
You should check them out, Gerald.
Okay, I'll do it, man.
Like the
I'll
kid.
do it. Yeah.
Don't be scared.
I love King Diamond, so
I've grown to really love them and Merciful Fate.
yeah.
And like I said, I've seen Merciful Fate, but I've never seen King Diamond solo, and I'd love to.
Yeah.
I've never seen Merciful Fate or King Diamond.
Dude, it was really cool. Like, I remember it was probably about 8 to 10 years ago. He came through St. Louis and he played at the pageant. And my favorite King Diamond album is Abigail. I absolutely love that album. I listen to it quite often. Them would be number 2.
Portrait's my number 1.
Who does number 2 work for? But anyway, it was about 8 or 10 years ago. He played in St. Louis and he played at the pageant, and they played the entire Abigail album front to back. And dude, it was fucking magical. It just his shows are like, you know how it's like to see Maiden in concert, how it's very theatric.
I'm getting ready to see Maiden this year for the first time. I mean, I've seen Maiden
really
with Blaze Bayley at Mississippi Nights. We've talked about this, and but I'm getting ready to see Maiden in Chicago, the big actual Maiden. So I don't really count when I seen him with Blaze Bayley at Mississippi Nights because it was like,
Gotcha. Yeah, Maiden's very theatrical, and that's how King's concerts are. I mean, he just
seen YouTube. I've seen
oh yeah.
You've seen YouTube?
I seen YouTube.
I seen YouTube.
Where the streets have no name?
I seen that there on YouTube.
Anyway, back to KK's Priest.
Anyway, back to KK's Priest. Andy, give me 3 songs here.
I'm going to give you Hellfire Thunderbolt also.
Okay.
Sermons of the Sinner in that Sacerdote way.
Sacerdote y Diablo.
Whatever. Yeah, those 3 songs.
Yes. Okay, cool.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that last one's most likely Latin.
Yeah, and Hail to the Priest, or Hail for the Priest, and Return of the Sentinel are pretty good ones. Return of the Sentinel are pretty good ones too. But yeah, I'm going to pick those 3, and I'm going to rate this a solid 6.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right, well, I'm going to go.
6 isn't bad, though. 6 don't mean I don't like it.
No, hell no.
It's above average.
6 is good. So I'm going to tell you my favorite song on this album, and it's a song that's been stuck in my head all week, is the Sacerdote y Diablo. That the way they chant that at the end of the song, that Sacerdote y Diablo. I just love that song, man. I just love it, and the guitar work in it's fucking killer.
There's a lot of hooks.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll say Hellfire Thunderbolt. I think that's a great way to start this album. And the other song that I really, really like is Wild and Free. It's got just a killer guitar part to it. There's a lot to love on this album. But there's some songs that I don't really, don't care for.
There's a lot of stuff you can hear in an arena style environment being changed.
Right.
And that's the stuff that I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
They almost do too much of it. That's my only real knock.
I would give this album, if I was rating this album, I'd give this a 7. It's a good album. There's not any song on here that I'm going to intentionally skip.
But it's no
unless it's to listen to Sacerdote y Diablo. I love that song. To me, that's the best song on the album. Because nobody would do turbo on this. I kept waiting for Turbo Lover, and nobody would fucking do it.
I'd say that one and the Sermons of the Sinner is pretty good. Those are my two favorite.
Yeah.
Sermons of
Good
the
album.
Sinner.
Good album. I highly suggest you at least check this album out. But, whether you're a Priest fan or not, if you're a Priest fan, you'll get it. If you're not a Priest fan, you may still get it. It's not quite Judas Priest, but it's just Judas Priest enough.
To me, it's more Judas Priest than Judas Priest is now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
You can crucify me for that one. I don't care.
The whole time I was listening to this, I'll be honest with you. The whole time I was listening to this, I kept thinking in my mind, I wonder what Rob Halford would sound like singing these songs.
Yeah, I've often wondered that. I want to hear what Priest would sound like with KK back in the band.
Yeah.
Because the riffs would be different, but if it's going to be along these lines, they could take over the world, but they choose not to.
Yeah.
I wish they would.
Easily. Easily. Hell yeah.
Because you'd have the cachet of the name along with the riff writing.
Yep. The riff-raff.
Riff-raff.
When you do replacements in bands, if you don't have a name person, it's a dip in sales. Like when Richie came in, nobody knew who the hell he was.
No.
But Priest,
I had never heard of Richie Faulkner. But the first time I saw him play, I was like, wow, this guy.
I had not heard him play it before I knew who he was, because I knew about him from Lauren Harris's band, which was starting to make some noise.
It was almost like fucking watching Marty Friedman fucking walk onto the fucking stage with Megadeth,
Dude, I saw George Lynch talk about him in an interview saying how amazing this guy is as a player.
Yeah.
And he does stuff that he can't do.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah, he's damn good.
Like the people in the industry know. And I'm sure he's probably been a session guy on a lot of stuff too, especially working with Andy Sneap these days. Makes you wonder how much ghost playing he does.
Yeah. I'll tell you who needs to come back to metal is John 5. I'm sorry.
I was going to say Richie Blackmore, but
I was going to say Michael Bolton, but
get away from Motley Crue. Although he's probably making a fortune.
He's probably making more money with Crue than he ever did with Rob.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Rob's
He's got some solo albums that are pretty damn good. But now they're doing some residency in Vegas.
They're keeping their set times on the shorter side too, but I have to think that's because of Vince's health issues with his stroke.
I'm actually going to see them clowns this summer, but I'm mainly going to see Extreme and Tesla.
I see. I wouldn't mind going to that show just because of those two other bands also. But I don't want to pay that ticket price.
I'm going to watch. Just got some lawn seats. I'm going to watch a few Motley Crue songs, probably a handful,
and then Jet.
Yeah.
Now I did that one time. I got free tickets to go see Rat and Poison at Riverport, and there were four of us that went to go see the show, and we're all like, "Fuck, we can't wait to go see Rat." And we weren't even talking about Poison. And that was back when they were doing that VH1 show about Bret Michaels,
like dating,
Wiener of Love, whatever they called that. And
it's like a dating show or something.
And so there were all these girls dressed up who were like 35 to 45, looking like they should have been 20 years younger if they had the body for it. And we were up there, and Rat kicked ass, like especially Warren. Warren was just on fire that night. And after they were done, it was like, all right, guys, we looked at each other. Let's go. We all just bolted. We didn't care to see Poison and still don't care to see Poison.
Yeah. Well, that's like I just scored tickets to Ginger. So I'll be going to Ginger.
Did you get a loan?
No, actually they sent me a code. I got 2 tickets for $78.
That's respectable.
That was fees and everything. I paid $78 for 2 tickets. I was like, holy shit.
All inclusive now as far as the fees. Like up front.
Something like that too. They're like some kind of deal.
Yeah, so they're at the pageant.
Speaking of which, I just sent you guys that code. I think I sent it to you too. I know I sent it to Andy about this guy who's a hacker who goes in there and shows you how to put yourself at the front of the line. Now he uses Taylor Swift as an example, but there's others that use the same thing, to put yourself basically at the front of the line in the ticket queue so that you can go ahead and
we maybe shouldn't be talking about this on the air, but okay.
And he says for entertainment purposes only.
There you go. That's how we get away with it.
We don't want our millions of subscribers to learn the secret.
To hear that, yeah.
Yeah, who knows? It might increase our views.
It might, especially if we start talking about Taylor Swift.
From 37 to 43.
Yes.
I don't know.
Taylor Swift, doesn't she do that trucking company that wrecks all the time?
That's Swift.
Yes. There's probably some guy named Taylor driving one of those trucks too. Who
Maybe,
gets all sorts of crap.
Maybe.
This is getting
all right, this is getting out of hand. No Taylor Swift.
Train.
All right, folks.
Short story long. We've got a good record. Check it out. At least listen to it. I would say go buy it because KK could use probably
he could use the funds.
Well, not that he's. I'm not saying he's rich because he lost everything, like I said, but at the same time, it's going to perpetuate him being able to make this bigger and better, and hopefully give us more good tunes, and get in front of more people. So, which I'm always all for.
And we already have a second album that I have yet to listen to. Do you?
Yeah.
It's not as strong as this one.
I'm going to check it out just to see. So,
and I don't know how much longer before we get a third one, but he's probably
right now we've got homework for next week.
Yes.
Well, not next week.
Or week after. And I'm looking forward to this homework.
So
yeah.
But yeah,
do Candlemas Nightfall for next week.
Nice.
Next time.
Nice. Hell yeah.
A bigger stomach.
Yeah.
Any one of their first 4 albums, I think, are killer. I could have picked any of them.
They are.
You
could have.
The second one.
Nightfall was probably my favorite.
It's kind of the one that, but I discovered them on Ancient Dreams.
So is there a reason why you picked this record over any of the others?
It was the first one with Messiah, and I don't know.
Did it have something like a member change or something that was worth talking about?
Messiah, the singer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which the first one's killer too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Messiah's voice was just so powerful, you know,
like we've talked before when we were 14, when I discovered Candlemas, we made fun of his opera vocals, but 30 years later, when I gave it another chance, I'm like, man, I love this shit. And
fuck yeah.
But yeah.
Right on. Well, cool. All right, folks, that's our show for tonight. Thanks for checking us out, and as always, stay about all.
Lettuce.
On a sesame seed bun.
Politics into a crack in the tree. Raining with disease in the human race. Falling in the zombies, we're born to hate. More air and suicide. Music to play. Common sense is acting. What a shame, yeah. What a shame.